Some of the departures already taking place. Those members of the royal family watching the parade from the Duke of Wellington's old office have already left and are on the Mall. They pass through Admiralty Arch in lovely sunshine. And there we have Prince Harry saluting, but very broad smile from Catherine, Duchess of Cambridge. Her first birthday parade as a member of the royal family, indeed her first ceremonial occasion since that wedding at the end of April. Prince Harry, who was promoted to captain within the Army Air Corps earlier this year in recognition of his service in the armed forces, now known as Captain Harry Wales in the military. And there we have the Earl of Wessex, Prince Edward, today wearing the uniform of the London Scottish in his role as Royal Colonel of the London Regiment. That appointment was made on the 1st of May this year. It's a territorial army infantry battalion within the Guards Division. And Lady Louise, of course, smiling and looking as if she's enjoying every moment of the day, as she did indeed on the royal wedding when she was one of the bridesmaids. Back on Horse Guards Parade. The massed bands leading the way for the Queen's departure. March-off music, the crags of Tumbledown Mountain, including, of course, the wonderful sound of the pipes, composed by James Riddle, arranged by Michael Gray. Just a quick word about the tune, because it was apparently composed in the days immediately following the Battle of Tumbledown, in that effort to retake the Falklands back in 1982. Tomorrow, the Queen and Duke of Edinburgh will be attending a service in St George's Chapel, Windsor, and that's a special service to mark the Duke's 90th birthday, to be followed by a reception at Windsor Castle. Music changes to Black Bear. And a rousing oi traditionally sounded when the drums stopped playing in the Black Bear, punctuating the tune with a rousing shout. And there they go again. They turn onto the Mall. And it's a good moment then to ask you, really, as you make your way along the Mall and as commanding officer, you're riding alongside Her Majesty. What is that experience?
It's a mixture between relief and disbelief, I suppose, to an extent that you have successfully completed it without forgetting a single word, as Lincoln has done today, without the horse managing to do something he shouldn't have done. So you're going down the Mall extremely happily, looking forward to going back into Buckingham Palace, actually, for a drink with the royal family. I remember just going into Buckingham Palace and riding next to the Prince of Wales. He turned to me as he got in and he said, wow, that must be a relief. And he was right. And of course, I mustn't forget the fact that after the parade, many of the soldiers just go on to duties and they mount the Queen's Guard for another 24 hours and will be guarding Her Majesty in Buckingham Palace.
So as the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh make their way back to the palace, our coverage of the parade here on BBC One comes to an end. But don't forget, as I mentioned earlier, you can see the flypast, and it is today going to be a very, very impressive flypast. And the traditional balcony appearance will happen in a short while. You can press the red button on the handset and we'll have continuing coverage for you. And of course, we'll include all that in our highlights this evening on BBC Two at 7:30. So the 59th birthday parade of the Queen's reign is over. We look ahead to the Diamond Jubilee next year. The special celebrations already being planned. From Colonel Ben Farrell and from me, all of the BBC team at Horse Guards, thank you for watching and goodbye. So as the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh make their way back to the palace, we're looking ahead to one of the most impressive features of Birthday Parade Day. And today, even more impressive than usual, a grand flypast, and that'll be watched by the Queen and members of the royal family from the balcony of Buckingham Palace. That's something that all the crowds here, thousands of them, look forward to every year. The King's Troop weren't able to be on Horse Guards Parade today, but they were able to be in Green Park after the parade to perform one of the day's most important duties, which is to fire a 41-gun salute to recognise the importance of the day, the Queen's official birthday. So for the second time in just about 6 weeks, we have this remarkable scene outside Buckingham Palace. At the end of April, they were all here for the royal wedding. Today they're here to see this part of the Queen's official birthday, leading of course to the spectacular climax, which is the flypast. A loud cheer from the thousands of people gathered in St James's Park and around the Queen Victoria Memorial as the Queen, the Duke of Edinburgh, emerge onto that famous Buckingham Palace balcony to mark the Queen's birthday parade of 2011. Her Majesty at the age of 85, Duke of Edinburgh at the age of 90. They're joined by the Prince of Wales, Duchess of Cornwall, and for the first time on birthday parade day, Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, William and Catherine. Their last appearance, of course, memorably at the end of April on their wedding day. The flypast is about to begin. 25 aircraft in all. The first phase, 3 helicopters, a Chinook and 2 Pumas. Leading the formation, they're representing Joint Helicopter Command and the role of helicopters on operations these days, including, of course, over Libya. Unmistakably, a Lancaster, a Hurricane on the left and a Spitfire. Part of the Battle of Britain Memorial Flight. The third element, we have 2 C-130 aircraft provided by RAF Lynham, escorted by 2 King Air provided by RAF Cranwell. Lots of interest on the balcony as the next phase approaches. 2 Typhoon aircraft provided by RAF Lucas and 2 Tornado GR4s by RAF Marham. In the 70th year of the Air Training Corps, and as part of celebrations, 70 cadets will be on board the Hercules Chinook and HS-125 aircraft, a pair of those in the latest phase of this flypast today. All of it enjoyed by the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh, and the climax will be the 6th element, 9 Hawks, better known of course as the Red Arrows, in a great symbolic display over Buckingham Palace to mark the Queen's official birthday. A great billowing display with a roar of engines, red, white and blue, over central London, down the Mall and across the sky above Buckingham Palace. A great thrill for the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh, all the royal family. Perfect display, appreciated by members of the royal family as the Queen acknowledges the support and the applause of the big crowd who gathered here outside Buckingham Palace today. So as the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, William and Catherine, reflect on their first Queen's birthday parade in their respective new roles, it's time for us to say that the birthday parade for 2011 is over. A great display on Horse Guards Parade by the Scots Guards, lots of rousing music and lots to look forward to in Diamond Jubilee year in 2012. We've enjoyed, we hope you have too. From all of the BBC team at Horse Guards and Buckingham Palace, goodbye.